Have you ever been in a room full of people and still felt completely alone, or gone days without a real conversation, not just small talk, but something that actually made you feel seen? You're not imagining it. That quiet ache, that sense of emptiness, it's more than just sadness. It goes deeper, it reaches into your brain. We were built to connect, not just to survive, but to thrive. And when intimacy, emotional closeness, warmth, touch starts to fade from our lives, something inside us begins to shift. Slowly, quietly, your brain begins to change. This isn't about being in a relationship or not. It's not about blame or shame. It's about understanding something fundamental. Human beings need connection like they need air, water, and sleep. And when that need goes unmet, the effects show up not just in our hearts, they show up in our minds. So today, let's talk about what happens inside your brain when intimacy slips away, and how, even in the loneliest moments, healing is possible.
1. Your brain was built for bonding. Think about the first thing a newborn does after birth. They're placed on their parents' chest, skin to skin, close, warm, safe. That's not just comforting, it's essential. From the very beginning, our brains learn that closeness equals survival. Scientists have found that our brains are wired for connection. When we share a laugh with a friend, hold someone's hand, or even just feel truly heard, certain parts of the brain light up. Chemicals like oxytocin, sometimes called the bonding hormone, are released. It makes us feel calm, safe, and connected. Dopamine, the brain's reward signal, also plays a role. When someone smiles at us warmly or says something kind, our brain registers it as a positive event, almost like a little gift. In short, feeling close to others doesn't just feel good. It tells your brain, you're okay. You belong. But what happens when those moments start to disappear? 2. When closeness fades. Imagine going weeks, months, or even years without meaningful touch, without deep conversations, without someone who really knows you, the real you, not just the version you show online. At first, you might not notice much. You adapt. You get used to eating alone, sleeping alone, celebrating small wins by yourself. But over time, your brain starts to respond differently. Studies show that prolonged lack of intimacy, whether emotional or physical, can activate the same regions in the brain linked to physical pain. Yes, loneliness literally hurts. Your stress system kicks into overdrive. Cortisol, the stress hormone, stays elevated. This can make you feel on edge, tired, or constantly worried, even if nothing obvious is wrong. The amygdala, the part of your brain that watches for danger, becomes more active. So you might start interpreting neutral situations as threatening. A text left unanswered feels like rejection. A quiet moment in a group feels like exclusion. And because your brain isn't getting its usual "this is safe" signals from connection, it starts to pull back. You may avoid social situations, not because you don't want to connect, but because it starts to feel risky. 3. The hidden shifts. Inside. Here's where it gets deeper. When intimacy is missing for too long, your brain doesn't just react, it adapts. And not always in helpful ways. The prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for clear thinking, self-control, and emotional balance, can become less active. This means you might struggle more with focus, feel more emotionally reactive, or find it harder to make decisions. Meanwhile, the brain's reward system starts to misfire. Without healthy doses of real-world connection, it may seek comfort elsewhere, in endless scrolling, junk food, alcohol, or other distractions that offer quick relief but no lasting fulfillment. And over time, this pattern can become a cycle. The less connected you feel, the more isolated your brain becomes, making it even harder to reach out. It's not weakness, it's biology. Your brain is trying to protect you, but it's doing so in a way that can deepen the loneliness. 4. The myth of I should be fine alone. We live in a culture that often celebrates independence. I'm good on my own. I don't need anyone. These phrases sound strong, and sometimes they come from a place of pride or self-reliance. But the truth is, no human is meant to go without closeness forever. Even people who enjoy solitude, introverts, busy professionals, caregivers, single parents, still need moments of genuine connection. A warm glance, a heartfelt, "How are you really?" A hug that lasts just a second longer than usual. Without these, even the strongest among us begin to wear down. And here's something important. Intimacy isn't just romantic. It's not just about couples or sex. It's about feeling safe with another person. It's being able to say, "I'm struggling," and being met with care instead of judgment. A conversation with a trusted friend, a walk with a sibling, a weekly call with a parent. These all count. They matter. They heal. Because intimacy isn't measured in grand gestures. It's built in small, consistent moments of presence. 5. How loneliness changes the way you see the world. One of the most subtle effects of long-term isolation is how it changes your perception. When your brain hasn't experienced safety and connection for a while, it starts to expect the worst. You might assume someone didn't text back because they don't care, when in reality, they were just busy. You might hesitate to speak up in a group, fearing you'll say the wrong thing, even though others would welcome your voice. This isn't paranoia. It's a survival mechanism. Your brain, starved of reassurance, becomes hypervigilant, scanning for signs of rejection, even when none exist. And the cruel irony? This fear can cause you to pull away, which means fewer chances to experience the very thing you need, connection. It's like your brain builds a wall to keep you safe, only to find you're now locked inside it. 6. Rebuilding connection, one step at a time. The good news? Your brain is capable of change. Just as loneliness can reshape your mind, so can reconnection. You don't need a perfect relationship or a big social circle. Healing begins with small, intentional steps. Start by noticing moments of connection, however brief. A smile from a cashier, a pet resting its head on your lap, a coworker asking how your day was. These aren't trivial. They're tiny sparks that tell your brain, you're not alone. Try reaching out, not with expectations, but with honesty. I've been feeling a bit disconnected lately. Would you be open to grabbing coffee? Practice presence. Put your phone down during conversations. Make eye contact. Listen. Really listen. And if touch has been missing, consider safe, consensual ways to reintroduce it. A hug from a family member, a massage, even petting an animal. Therapy can also be a powerful space to rebuild trust and emotional intimacy, not just with others, but with yourself. Healing isn't about fixing what's wrong with you. It's about remembering what's human. If you've made it this far, I want you to know something important. What you're feeling is valid. If you've ever struggled with loneliness, if you've gone days without real connection, or if you've wondered why it's so hard to reach out, you're not broken. You're human. Our brains are wired for closeness, and in a world that often feels busy, distracted, or disconnected, it's no wonder so many of us feel the weight of missing intimacy. But here's the truth. Healing begins with just one moment of courage. A text sent, a conversation started, a hand reached out, and that's where we begin to rebuild. I'd love to hear from you. In the comments below, share your experience. Not to fix anything, but to be seen. Maybe you've felt this deeply. Maybe you're working on reconnecting with others, or even with yourself. Whatever your story, your voice matters here. I read every comment, and I'll do my best to respond, because this isn't just a video. It's an invitation to create real connection, right here, together. If this message resonated with you, please like this video. It helps others find it too. Share it with someone who might need to hear this today. They may not say it, but it could mean more than you know. Subscribe to the channel and don't forget to click the notification bell so you never miss what comes next. Because this conversation isn't over. In fact, it's just beginning. Thank you for being here, for showing up, for listening. And remember, you don't have to feel this way forever. Small steps lead to big changes. And sometimes the bravest thing we can do is simply say, I'm here. I'm trying until next time. Take care of your heart and your brain. They're both counting on you.